So this is the OnePlus 3, the supposed flagship killer everyone's talking about. Well, here's our full review of the OnePlus 3, finding out how well this phone handles, is it really worth that monkey, or actually if it's just really a good phone. So let's jump in and find out. So the OnePlus 3 is a well-crafted unibody designed smartphone. This looks like something HTC would craft, and that is a good thing. This thing is well designed. It's got a very flat and light feel to it, so it feels comfortable to hold. It's got nice soft rounded edges. The camera hump is the highest point, of course, on the phone in terms of depth. Now, I could say I like the styling of this device, and I think they've done a good job there. You've got a power button on the right hand side, and of course a SIM card tray. Now, this is a dual SIM device, so it's a dual nano SIM. There is no micro SD expansion, which is a bummer. I wish it did. I don't know why it isn't there, but it's just a dual SIM device. Now, other things you'll find with this device here, it's also got a 3000 milliamp battery built into that, so it actually lasts pretty well for you over 24 hours. You've got your volume rocker, and you've got your notification slider, which actually will silence your notification or change the notification levels for you. A 16 megapixel shooter at the back, Snapdragon 820 with 6 gigs of RAM, but it might be interesting to know how well that RAM manages, as well as also USB Type-C. Now, this is a 1080p display in front with a fingerprint sensor in the front. Now, there are a lot of gestures the OnePlus has. You can double tap, of course, to wake screen. You can draw a circle to actually open up your camera. You can even draw 2 lines down to actually play music. I actually don't have any music on the device right now. And of course, the fingerprint sensor is really fast. So in terms of gestures and some of the functionalities, it does a very good job there. It's running Oxygen OS, and it's got this, you could say, side panel like blink feed that actually allows you to put widgets and things like that there. I didn't really use it that much because I didn't find a use for it, but again, it's something that users can actually use to customize their device altogether. So that is nice. It's interesting, not my style or take, but I think it's something a lot of people will still like in the long run. Overall usability and functionality with OS is pretty smooth and fast. I really like that there. Now the display, even though it's a 400 ppi display, 1080p display, not a big fan of the display itself, just because in sunlight it tends to produce yellow tinting. You have to kind of really power reset the device so that actually the color correction comes back again. Now, just going through some of the different options here that we have on the device, you can see there it really looks like stock Android. So you've got a very similar soft looking notion to the device, which is great. Of course, USB storage, internal storage, of course, is 64 gigabytes, and of course 6 gigs of RAM. Battery 3000 milliamp goes a long way, and it lasts pretty well. Now, you can customize the buttons, so you can actually have on-screen buttons like this, which I'm not a big fan of, so I'm glad they give you that option. You can also use the capacitive buttons. You can swap the buttons so that now is my back button and that's my multitask, and then I can go ahead and swap it the other way around and have that as my back button and that as my multitask. The other cool thing in the multitask, you can actually lock certain applications so that you don't want applications to be forced out, because the RAM management is a little bit aggressive, but I do like the fact that I can actually keep certain applications running whenever I choose to, which is great. Now, the camera itself is a 16 megapixel camera. We have a full camera review for you guys, so definitely check it out. The camera does a really good job in daylight. 16 megapixels f2.0 stop. It's got auto detection, autofocus, so it's got all those things, but when it comes to low light photography, it doesn't do too well. So this is an okay camera, especially in today's standards, but at least it's something useful on there. Now, the OnePlus 3 also does, of course, video playback on any device. You've got a 1080p display that works well at 1080p. So I want you guys to take a look at the display and also listen to audio from the speakers of the OnePlus 3. Acer laptop, but a 15-inch will fit there comfortably. You can see how that fits in. I can go ahead and just close it up and lock it. There's also another forward compartment where you can actually put in maybe a few wires or things like that if you want to, but it gives you a lot of fluidity. So you can see the OnePlus 3 does a fantastic job gaming. The 820 processor, of course, and the amount of RAM you have in there, granted you're using all of it, does a really good job. So as a gamer, you want to pick up the OnePlus 3 to do some gaming. It does well. And also the speakers are really good. They do a good job, especially even though they're bottom firing speakers. So I think a lot of gamers will like this coming from the OnePlus 3. It doesn't actually run too hot either. So overall, I like that aspect, and I like what they've actually done there with the device. Now, OnePlus also has a few accessories here that you can pick up. Their back case accessories, they come in different. They have 5 different flavors. You've got sandstone, you've got rosewood, you've got like a carbon fiber, and you can actually pick them up from OnePlus. They're about $34.99 now. The one thing I'll mention is some are sturdier than the others, so the wood is actually pretty light. I prefer the carbon fiber finish look. That feels a little sturdier, but they don't give you too much protection. They are really not super protective cases. These are more I call them more fashion accessory cases, and they do add a lot of a more glossy look to your device, and you can customize the look anywhere of fashion. So what do I think about the OnePlus 3 after using it this time? Of course, the device is solid. Is it a flagship killer? No, because the flagship has evolved to add so much more in terms of just additional functionality here. Is it a good smartphone? Yes, it is. The OnePlus 3 is a good smartphone. Now, you just have to decide if this is the kind of phone for you. I do like it. They still need to improve things with the camera. I don't know why there's no micro SD card slot, but it is a good phone. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.